Hey, this is Snell Creek Homestead. We're going to build some more raised beds today. I showed you some in the other videos that we were using right now with lids and some with the hoop house we put on it. And these are being built for a guy, a customer that we're going to build 3 raised beds for him. And he bought 2 already. He loves them. He's probably going to try do this hoop thing like I did, and I'll help him any way I can. Right now we're just going to build these. I'll just kind of show you a quick way to how I build them, make them strong. And so on and off I'll be turning the video off, and so you can watch me build the whole thing here. But I just thought I would give that info to you. And we're building them out of 5/4 deck lumber. You could also use maybe some dog ear cedar. Looks like they're about 5/8 thick. These are, and they're 6 feet long. So if you don't like the treated wood, what have you, the 5/4 deck lumber we're building today is, this box is gonna be 3 feet wide, 8 feet long, and 2 feet deep. You can make them shallower. I just don't want to bend over, and I have a adequate amount of mulch I can put in there. It'll take a lot of mulch. You can put things in the bottom of it to take up the room, like logs, maybe some rocks. I don't know. I never did any rocks in mine, but I put logs and branches and stuff like that in there to take up some room. You can make a wicking bed out of this if you want it. You could put a pond liner in it, and you got to look some of that up. I might make a video on that sometime. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. We're just gonna make the frame, the shell of it, and see what if we can get this thing built real strong here. So first thing I do cut them off at 95 inches. I know that 8 feet is 96 inches, but if you make a top for it, like I'll show you, I'll go out and show you later, that's hinged. If you buy 8 foot lumber, then the time you butt these together, it's going to be like 97.5 inches long, and it don't come out real flush with the 8 foot lid we might put on these. So I'm just going to go ahead and pre-cut them 95 inches, and then so I'll cut some. I got a few cut, and I'll cut a few, and then I'll cut some 3 foot length pieces, and then we'll go from there. So I got 4 on the floor already pre-cut. Then I have 4 on here pre-cut. So we'll start working on the base part. I need to cut some 3 footers. That way we get for the ends. I got some of those pre-cut. So we got the 3 foot pieces cut. I'll need 4 per side. And the extra 2 foot board, they'll be going on the sides to support it. We'll get a better shot at it when I build this other one on top of this board. I'm gonna stop the camera and get it finished, get a couple rows on it, and I'll show you how we're gonna end up finishing this. All right, we're gonna put the stand-ups corner bracing in here, something good to screw to. I try to use a hardwood because it's just in the soil all the time. It'll last a lot better than the pine will. Now we'll be ready to start putting our ends on. So how I end up doing these, I'll get you a close-up on it when I get a little further along. But I weave it like a basket, I guess you would say, and it will make it a lot stronger. So I'll get a couple more of these on here. Then we'll put the long side on. There's this one over here in the way. Hey, when we're looking at these boards, look down. A lot of them are bowed. You're going to have pressure with dirt coming out on it, so you might as well put the bowed side in. So that's why we got this set up. When you get these boards started, like on this side, you'll want it flush. That way it comes out right. I'll get you a close-up on it and show you how we're doing it. That way it comes out pretty good on your ends. This is really flush, but even if it's out of touch, it won't really matter. But you have to have it flush every other, well, you have to have it flush on the sides or it won't sit right. I'll show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and probably build it all the way up through here, and then we'll look at it again and see what we can do with it. All right, I got 3 rows of this dude in. So now we need to chop these off before we put the last row on. Because if you don't, it's a real bear to get it flush. So I'm not even going to get it flush. I usually cut it a little below. And that way it's a little easier to do. Let me chop these off here. Alright, we're going to put this last row on here. And then on some screws. There. Let me show you on this what we need. Well, I'm talking about being flush. There you go. So if this board's not flush, when you run the other board up, you have a gap. We don't want that. And if you run it too far, then it's not gonna work out there neither. So if we run this flush here, and then the other board will be flush with that, then you can screw them together. I've also been doing it every other one, as you can see on here. That makes it seems to make it a lot stronger. So I usually go 4 high. So we can get a pretty much amount of dirt in here. But I also like it because I don't have to bend over. You can go 3 and save a ton of topsoil, compost, but you're bending over. But you know, that's all right. That's all right with you. As I get a little older, I want to try to not be bending over so much. So I'm gonna screw these on. Back to the flush thing. This side don't matter as much, but that side does, so that's where I'm going to head. Flush side over here. So we're starting to wrap this up. Find some more screws again. We've got some more bracing to do. So we'll brace it, and I guess I'll start it back up and show you how I brace it, and then I'll just have to move the camera because we ain't got a good angle on the bracing part. So we'll get back at you here. Okay, we're gonna put some braces on this on the outside, keep these boards from bowing and kind of keep them together. We're gonna do 32 inches from the end. From each end. Then we'll screw some of these on. These screws I've been using are exterior 2-inch long screws, and they got the Torx. I believe it's a number 20 head on it, and it does a real good job. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and start a screw. I probably overkill on screws, but I don't think nobody complains when they get a good product. So these beds are 2 feet tall, 24 inches, right at it. These braces I'm putting in are going to be they're 22 inches. I like to keep them down just a touch. That makes them look better. And put your screws in, kind of get them lined up so they look okay. You don't want some cobbed up screw job. I'll put the second brace on. Again, we're at 32 inches. And we're going to be down about 1 inch. These screws I'm using right now are inch and 3/4. If you're gonna make them 2 inches, they'll come out the other side. Probably don't hurt too bad, except at least the top you wouldn't want sticking out. If you did that, I'd grind them off inside because somebody scraped their hand on it. That your gardening ain't so fun, scraping up. We're going to put these on the other side also. I'll finish screwing the whole thing. I'll take it outside and show you what these other beds look like. I got some other videos on my other beds anyhow. But with this camera in here, it looks kind of funny in here, but they look really good when we get them done. So let's go outside a minute and we'll see what we got out there. All right, here's this raised bed. I was talking about the lid. You just use treated 2x4s if you like, or regular 2x4s. It's propped open. Get a little closer look here. So right now we're just there's what that raised bed looks like. The one we're building downstairs, that's what it can look like. Right now I'm just trying to keep them plants alive. I gotta get them back to house, but we're ready to start planting lettuce in here. So with this lid on it, it'll keep warm. This is November, and this is what I was talking about, the hoop house. So that's 2 of those beds side by side with a cattle panel, 2 cattle panels, and some of this plastic. There's a video on it. Just search out. You'll find it in my stuff there. So, well, I got one more to build. So I need 3 of them done by this evening. Get them delivered tomorrow. So I better get at it. Hey, this is Snell Creek Homestead out.